What's up everyone, Chase here. This is my first YouTube video and I'm building my channel around health and wellness. It's really just a guide for myself and hopefully others. I'm definitely not a professional in this, but these are just some tips and tricks that I use to better myself every day. So the first video today is going to be how to become the best version of yourself. Now I want to preface this by saying I'm far from the best version of myself, but this is something that I strive towards every day. So hopefully this will serve as a reminder for myself as well as a guide for others. And if it works for me, maybe it'll work for you as well. So let's get into it. I think a good place to start is to decide why it is that you want to better yourself. And the reason for everybody is different. For some, it may be money. It could be because you have a specific role model in mind, someone that you want to be like. Maybe you want to have more physical health. Maybe you want to have more confidence. Maybe it's a new job that you're after. Whatever it is, all of these things are related. All of these topics here are related for why you might want to better yourself. And the way I see it is these are all somehow related to purpose or happiness. Now, I think those go hand in hand. They're directly correlated. But yeah, I think that's important to note. You may be wondering why it's even worth bettering yourself. Why is it worth putting yourself through hoops and challenges to make your life what seems harder in the short term but can better you in the future? And that is because the way you feel now, you might be content now. However, your future self will thank you for the habits and things that you build up to better yourself in the future. Because the only way to build a better future for yourself is to better yourself now. And that is why it's so essential to make yourself better. My next tip on how to better yourself is to move the carrot. Now, what do I mean by move by the carrot? It's a pretty common metaphor, but basically, if you're the rabbit, the carrot, the goal is always continuously moving further away. So you want to set up one goal, knock it down, and continue moving, setting new goals and knocking each goal down. This is always going to produce a better version of yourself. Now, there's a part of your brain, I don't know exactly what it is. I'm not going to act like I'm a neuroscientist or anything, but there is a part of your brain that grows every time you do something that you don't want to do. Now let's pretend this is the brain, whatever, blah, blah, blah. This part of the brain is going to grow every time you force yourself to do something that you don't want to do. So let's say you're not much of a gym goer, but it's something you want to get better at. So when you go to the gym, when you wake up early, that's another thing entirely. If you're bad at waking up early, if you don't go to the gym, these are things that you probably know that you need to do. And each time that you do them, they're going to become easier and easier. Repetition builds habits. And this is something that I'm just recently coming to realize. I've never been a gym goer. I was never very athletic in school. I never ran. I never lifted weights too much. And just in the past year, I have dedicated myself to make sure that I absolutely go to the gym every single day. That you have to have one non-negotiable. In your life. To slowly start bettering yourself, you have to set up these small goals and attack them one at a time. So my non-negotiable is gym every day. And it could be different for everyone. Maybe you do want to get into the gym more, but you don't see yourself going to the gym every single day. So your first non-negotiable can be, I want to go to the gym 3 days a week. That's totally fine. In fact, that's how I started. I didn't start going to the gym every day. So you set up these non-negotiable goals. You have to do them. You make an agreement with yourself. Now, how do you know what goals to set? You have to really look at yourself and study yourself and know what you value in life. What is most important to you, at least at this moment in time? Is it a new job? Is it better physical health? Is it better relationships with your family and friends? Is it financial goals? Whatever these goals are, you need to set them up clear. What it is that you feel like will make your life better, and that is what you need to set your goal to. That needs to be your North Star. This is what you need to practice. This is what you need to preach. You need to write it down everywhere, and it needs to be constantly going through your head. There is a long list of goals and things that I have in mind that I want for my life. But at the top of it, currently, is my physical health. This is something that I have never really cared too much about in terms of my nutrition, in terms of my amount of exercise. I was never confident in my body or my appearance, and knew that I needed to do something with my physical health in order to reach that goal. So, how did I get there? I'm still far from my goals, but I did, however, build up a habit that is going to develop this goal in a certain amount of time. I set small goals. For example, maybe my first goal was just to go to the gym 3 days a week. Now, I would do everything I could to get to the gym 3 days a week, whether I procrastinate and put it off until Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it was in my weekend, whether it was for 30 minutes or an hour. All I made sure of was that I showed up to that gym 3 days a week. This is just an example of how specific and how minuscule your goals really need to be to make a drastic change in your life. And part of setting the goals is to continuously move the carrot. It's a pretty good carrot. It's to continuously move the carrot. Keep moving the carrot, because once you reach these goals, you're going to feel accomplished, but your main goal, the umbrella goal that is above all this, for example, I want a better physical appearance. I want more confidence. Me going to the gym 3 days a week for 45 minutes is not going to reach this goal. It may in the extreme long term, but I really want to achieve this goal, and you do too. You want to achieve whatever goal it is you have, whether it's financially, relationship-wise, jobs. You want to reach this goal, and the only way to do that is to continue to move the carrot further and further down. Now, this is what I think here. So, once you set your goal, your umbrella goal, and you have all these smaller goals that you're trying to check off, accomplish, one after the other, your goal is this is going to become obsolete. You're going to forget about all of this nonsense. You're going to forget about all of the small, minuscule goals from your past, because now you're going to have built up a habit. This is going to be part of your lifestyle. I turned going to the gym 3 days a week to going every single day. And this is just because I forced myself. I made my body enjoy and appreciate the process. You have to find what it is in the process that makes you put up with the initial feeling of being an outcast or not appreciating every aspect of it. There's so much around gym culture, and there's a stigma that shies a lot of people away from that. And you could say the same thing about finances. That is a huge thing that people do not like to discuss. But if it's a goal of yours, you need to be as open as possible with it and transparent, and tell everyone, friends and family, what your goals are and how you're going to achieve them. And you need to live that lifestyle. So the third thing I would say to do is to find your North Star, which is, in my mind, your ultimate role model. This can be someone close to you in your life. Typically, it is some superstar figure, whether it is an online personality or an actor or whatever it is, someone important to you, a sports athlete that you hold dear to your heart, and they hold values that you want to have one day. So that is the person that you are going to become. That is who you are, and that's the lifestyle that you live. You don't tell people you're going to become this person. You show them that's who you are. Now, how you're going to do that is by practicing these habits, building up these habits, building up all of this evidence, this irrefutable evidence that you are who you say you are. Now, if your goal is financial and you're dead broke, you tell everyone, no, I am wealthy. This is what I'm going to do to achieve it. And there's nothing anyone else can say that is going to remove that from you, because you need to truly believe that. And if you don't, you need to look yourself in the mirror and preach that to yourself, that this is what I am, this is who I am, and this is how I'm going to achieve my goals. Gym wise or physical health wise, you need to show everyone, you need to prove it to yourself and to everyone else. You need to build up this evidence that shows, this is what I've done, and this is how I'm going to continue to do it, and show all this proven progress and evidence. When they see you going to the gym every day, when you are showing to yourself that you are going to the gym every day, when you are showing to yourself that you are saving money, not eating out, not buying bullshit that you don't need, when you are watching your bank account grow, when you are watching your muscles grow, when you are watching your weight loss, this is irrefutable evidence that is a clear indicator to yourself and to others that you are serious about what goals it is that you have in mind and how you're going to accomplish them, and that you're capable of doing it. You have to know deep inside yourself that you are more than capable of accomplishing any of these goals that you want to. So from now on, you are that person. It doesn't matter if you are 300 pounds and you want to weigh 150. You are healthy. Excuse me. Whoops. If you're dead broke and you want to be wealthy, you are wealthy. And this is what you need to tell yourself and what you need to tell everyone every single day. Now, this isn't to say you can just be negligent of your goals and naive is a better word, and tell everyone that you're healthy and wealthy and that you're perfect, and then you're preaching these things that you're not actually practicing and developing into your life. If this is who you are, then you are practicing health. You are practicing wealth. You are, going to sleep early. You are working late. These are things that you are doing because that is who you are, not who you're trying to become. That is who you are, and that's why you do them. So now you have this giant stack of evidence. And when you add a piece of paper, when you add a piece of evidence, when you drop a pound of weight, when you gain an extra $1, you are showing to yourself, you're proving to yourself, this is who I am. I am the healthy person. I am the rich person. And before you know it, you look back on yourself and you are a completely developed and changed person from who you are when you started this journey, I suppose. if you're having a hard time finding what your goals should be, it can be, personally for me, it is overwhelming to think about how I can better myself or how I can be the best version of myself, because there are so many different regions in which I know I can do better for myself. I struggle financially. I make very stupid money decisions. I'm terrible at saving money, terrible at earning money, honestly. I struggle with nutrition and diet. I struggle with relationships with family and friends. These are all things that most people have in common that they want to. The list is endless for these goals I want to accomplish and how I know I can better myself. But what it is about is picking one thing and putting the pedal to the absolute metal, not letting up, and making this one thing, making your life revolve around this one thing, putting everything else on the back burner. If you care more about your money, because that's where you struggle, then everything below it does not matter. Your physical health does not matter. Obviously that matters, but it's not as important as your main goal. This is on the back burner. So if you get fat while you are accomplishing your goal of making money, so be it. That is what needs to happen for you to accomplish this habit building mindset for how to make money and how to save it. Now, once you build this habit and you become this person, you become the wealthy person, you are the wealthy person, and you feel sufficient and happy enough with this goal, then what's next is moving the carrot. That's where we come back to moving the carrot. Your next goal, whatever that may be, because that is how you continue to have the best version of yourself. That is how you continue to have your best life. And it's not just for yourself, it's for your family and the people around you. Once you accomplish this money goal, you're going to move on to physical health. Let's say your physical health is fine. Everyone always has something that they can do to better themselves. It's about studying yourself, being introspective, looking inward, and saying, okay, these are the flaws I have, and this is what I can do to improve it. Not just improve myself, but the lives of others around me through the actions and choices that I make daily. That is my rant for today. And if you watch this, I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you. I'm still struggling at bettering myself every day. And I hope you are attempting to better yourself as well. Peace.